Okay, I'm going to introduce something different than my usual goats. With my health, I have had to find a different way to entertain myself or to have my touch with animals. I love animals, as anybody who really knows me knows. And I've really gotten into taking and doing fish. And I've actually really enjoyed it, and setting up tanks. This is my 55, which is, you can see, it's got a log down the middle. 55 gallons. These are, I call it my river tank. And it has a lot of, as you can see, schooling fish. I have minnows and what they call giant danios, Colombian tetras. This is kind of a highway in the middle here, because you can see they go up and down it quite a bit. I enjoy it. It's relaxing, and I enjoy what they call aquascaping or gardening, putting plants in. This is a newer tank, so it's not as full as it's going to be by the time it gets done. And the back will be a number of these taller grass-like thing called Valsnara, I think, but I call them Vals. And in the front we have a beautiful Anubias, and I found these rocks along the side of the road. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. I hope to find some more similar ones and basically use those in other tanks. My carbenzas, which is a type of cichlid, I believe, they like to stay in there. At the end of the log here, it's all hollow. So basically all through, let me pull it back a little so you can see better. All through here is a hole. There's only a rock in there to keep it from floating. They come out of that hole there. And then the log on this end also has a hole. And the carbenzas and some of my cories, which are these little guys, they clean the bottom of the tank. They're still very young though. I've got 5 of those, and I hope to get some more from a very good breeder over in Downingtown. Or I think it might be Westchester, but somewhere in that area. Exton. Somewhere in that area. Very, very nice. Beautiful cories. Albinos, that's why they're white with pink eyes. They like to be under here quite a bit, under the log. But they've gotten more bolder and are coming out and checking things out. Now I also have some regular house plants that I have up here. During the day I have growing lights that are on for those. And then I also have plants that are in the top. Some are floating, but I also have regular ones with just the roots in there. This pothos I got has some beautiful roots that go right down in. That helps filter the tank. I have regular filters too, but those, oh, here's some cribs. They're a little harder to see. That's a crebenza right there. There's a pear that's at this end. The other one's down there. You can see it in the little cave thing. Or is that a cory? Oh, that's a cory. They like that because there's a little cave in there. And around the edges and stuff. They get down in here. Here's a cory darting back and forth. I have no idea why they do that. But they'll dart to the top because I found out they actually breathe air. Now I also have in here my favorite of all fish species, which is the betta. I've got about 8 females. This one here I've been calling Marble. Miss Marble. Kind of like a Miss Marple. And then we have a couple more what they call koi females. And one's Mavis, and Mittens is one Gracie, my youngest daughter, named. You can see them, they like to hide. A lot of them hide in the top part, where, away from the little craziness. The minnows actually are the most calmest of the, they kind of, here they are here. These are actually feeder fish, but I saved them and brought them here. Here's Rusty. Rusty, she's a little less colorful than some of my other bettas, but she is a sweetheart. Some of them let me pet them or touch them, and others just don't want nothing to do with it. Or they'll come up to say hi. Oh, that one's Joy back there, the one with all the colors. I figured she'd be a good, Joy would be a good name for her. Reminds me of a friend of mine who is very joyful. Way up in upstate Vermont. And we've got some black skirts, 3 of them. They're not as crazy. That is a Danio there, darting by. I call them the crackheads because they're psycho. The Colombians are the pain in the butts because they basically pick on each other and everybody else. So they can be a little bit annoying with their behavior. But I love them all. I enjoy watching their interactions with each other and see what they're up to. And a cute little Cory down here. He's the littlest of the Corys, and he sticks pretty much up front. They'll come and join him, but he pretty much stays right in this area. Oh, there's another one back there. But he's the tiniest of the group. They like to be together. They school themselves, hoping to have a lot more. This will all be filled in as these plants grow. I add every once in a while another one like this. Anubias is recent. I kind of liked it. I was worried it would slow down the schooling, but no, nothing's slowing them down. They just keep doing it. But I thought I'd try. Oh, there's another one of my bettas. She's 2 of them hanging out. Can't quite see them to see. Some of them I've named and some I haven't. Now they'll do this with each other, but then they go off like she did and, go about their business. I haven't had any trouble with any of these guys. This one's sleeping. Any of my goat friends know what a death nap is for goats. Well, I found out bettas do the same thing. I can't tell you how many times I thought one of them had died because they were sleeping. Because bettas can hold really still, and they will lay on the ground too. Kind of like a dead fish would. So I'm sure my goat friends can commiserate with that. But that's my river tank. I hope to introduce you to all my tanks as I go along. But right now, oh, here comes the crebenza there. Those are the crebenzas. They're young. They'll get more colorful as they get bigger. I think that one, yeah, that's another albino Cory. There we go. Sometimes oh, and here, look right in there. There is one of our little girls hiding, probably sleeping. But they just stay there very still sometimes. So you don't know. Oh, there she goes up. You don't know they're in there for a bit. And they come out. They like to hide in these, especially like in the back here among these branches and away from the craziness. Because as you can see, the highway, as I call it, is constantly got somebody moving on it. Up and down they go. Which I thought the minnows would be like them, but no, they're calm. They kind of hang out in the corners, and they'll do it, but not to the extent that the others. You can see some of them up top here moving back and forth. But, alrighty. Have a good evening. Anybody has questions or anything, they can ask. I don't mind answering. If I don't know the answer, we can find it out together. Oh, by the way, this is what they call a father fish tank. You put the substrate, has the dirt that has all the extras in it, minerals and different things, and then you top it with sand. And well, some of that darkness is the bottom of the lip of the tank, but and basically it will feed your tank. They don't know how long it lasts. but you can also give it supplements over the years. But it is done fantastic. He even has some that have no filters in them. This is a little tan in this because of the, not because of that, but because of the log. It's called tannins, which is very good for the fish. I do have some active charcoal in here now that's making it so you at least can see things. But that is my river fish tank. Alrighty. Have a good evening.